one, get 'em!
This week's episode is brought to you by Salt Creek, some of the best steel and TSS on the market, and Kicks Industries. The Smoke Series is my favorite. Welcome back to this week's YouTube Live and the podcast. My name is RD. With me today, we got Mason back from the great state of Arkansas. We're talking turkeys. Their season just pretty much came to an end. We're going to be talking shotguns and who knows what else we might be talking about. But hopefully everybody's having a great Wednesday, and hope the humidity ain't killing us all.
I know it is down here. It's bad.
It's going to be bad Friday. It is going to be bad. Friday is supposed to be the worst temperature for us up to date, but hopefully you're doing good.
Do what now?
I said hopefully you've been doing good.
Man, I've been doing awesome. I've been really busy these last couple weeks. Kind of taking the slow down a little bit. Been spending time with family. I've been hunting since September, so just got back a couple weeks ago from up north, and man, it was a good time. We had a couple really good shoots, couple uh-ohs, and I think that's what's just going to happen when you're a turkey hunter. But I mean, you put yourself out in the woods and you do it as much as I like doing it, you're going to mess up, and that's just part of it. As much as we're not perfect, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I had one of them uh-ohs and messed up when I got bit by a tick. And yeah, I still got no like cool, like I could have got like Spider-Man. Like if a spider bit me, I could have shot like spider webs, but I got nothing out of this tick but a doctor bill, some antibiotics, and a bunch of itching.
Man, that's not good. Man, I don't know what's causing them to do that. I haven't seen very many cases in Arkansas of either or the other one, but man, I mean, I've only had this whole season. I think I may have had 3 ticks that were actually attached to me. I mean, I've seen ticks on, but I never really had ticks attached to me. But I mean, I keep deep woods off with me everywhere I go. But I don't know. I mean, that stuff's been blowing my mind lately because I don't know. It just seems like it come out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Well, I can put my conspiracy hat on here just for a minute or two. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, a whole lot of conversations about ticks on social media. And if you could do some research on them, back in like the 70s, the government dropped some ticks off that had radioactivity on them, some kind of radiation, just to see what they would do. And I don't know, man. That's just, I got the tinfoil, I'm taking it off, but
yeah.
I had a glove on my hand. I usually have deep on my turkey outfit, but this particular day I was hunting in a blind, so I did not have my regular turkey suit on. I just had blue jeans on, and I had a glove on because I had the windows open. I took the glove off to go to the bathroom, and somewhere between either putting the glove on or going to the restroom is when the tick got on me, and I felt it bite me like, ooh. And I looked down and I thumped it off without even taking a picture, which was stupid. I should have took at least seen which species it was. But I mean, it was on there at the most 2 hours. At the very, 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 very most 2 hours, because I literally didn't sleep with the tick. I had to either put my glove on and it was in it, or it got me when I went to the bathroom. One of the two, that was it. And typically, the way it had the bullseye, I was waking up with the night sweats and stuff. The doctor said that's typically, we don't see that unless they've been on you for 24 hours. And are you sure? I'm like, lady, I ain't even been in the woods for a couple of days, and I know it didn't get on me in my bed. So yeah, I know 2 hours. But man, that was a tough antibiotic, I'm telling you.
Really?
Yeah, it literally had on there, do not go out in the sun. And, antibiotics mess your stomach up too. But like a week after coming off of the antibiotics, I went and got out in the sun at a water park. For 45 minutes, I had my shirt off. 45 minutes at the most, and it was cloudy. My whole chest got burnt. I'm talking about like burnt.
Oh yeah, when you're doing that stuff, man,
Yeah.
I don't know what it does to you, but it makes you very susceptible for sunburn and all that. But yeah, hopefully I won't run into that. But if I stay in the woods as much as I do, and it keeps being a popular thing, I'm sure I'll run into it eventually. If the good Lord's willing, I won't, but I'm
That's
sure I
right.
will.
Now, what I saw on the internet today, and I'm not a scientist by any means. I didn't even sleep at a Holiday Inn. What's up, Jay? What's up, S&C? Um, I saw an article today that said if a tick has Lyme disease and it gets on a deer, and it said how long the tick had to stay on there, but the blood of a deer would kill the Lyme disease in a tick. And I was like, that's very interesting. But they said scientists is backing it. It's just a study, but I mean, it was pretty crazy that a deer blood could kill the Lyme and a tick. I don't know. There's probably going to have to be more research on that, but it was a very interesting article to read.
Well, I mean, it is interesting, but also, I mean, I wouldn't say that we couldn't do that either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
I don't
what
want to find out.
either, but what do what can you believe anymore? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But I mean, God gave them animals ways to protect themselves without getting medication or any
I
kind of
know.
help. So, that's just how it is.
I
I
tell
mean,
you, a deer, man, if you shoot one, you go, that joker be on the ground, you walk up to it, they'll have all kind of bugs on that thing, almost like a cow walking around in a cow pasture with the flies and bugs. And yeah, they are some mighty tough animals.
very tough.
I mean,
Yeah, I could live quite like that. So I,
I wasn't made that way neither.
I itch if I even see a tick on me.
Woo.
Fuck,
I
scratch
walk
all day long.
outside and the mosquitoes could smell me 2 states over and come land on me like I am a mosquito magnet. I could be a test subject here on this YouTube channel. If anybody has a mosquito product, I would be glad to test it out because I'm your man.
Hey, that's kind of what I told Hunter when I first got that first gun with him. And I started talking to him when I first met him. I was like, listen, I don't think you realize what I'm about to put this gun through. I said, I'm going to be your number one field test subject. I promise. I said, there might be somebody out there that might be sending a gun that can do it. But I said, I don't know if there's very many out there you're going to send a gun that's going to be doing what I'm fixing to do to this thing. And it held up. So, but
Well, inertia guns don't have a whole lot of moving parts. As long as you keep the bolt pretty clean, the rest of it works pretty daggone good and consistent.
yeah,
So
it
did
does.
you did you hunt with the Retail boys?
No, I have not, but he actually talked to me today, and I think they're coming in January to see me.
I
So
got you. I thought you
we're
went up there and hunted with them turkeys.
No, I was supposed to link up with Hunter when I went up there, but he had some prior stuff going on, and he was probably pretty close to doing the baby deal. So, but I was supposed to meet up with him, but I mean, be honest with you, we didn't have time for a whole lot because once we figured out what we had stumbled into, we only had one thing on our mind, so and that was drawing blood. So,
Let's see.
uh,
Hmm. I
we
I didn't get a phone call. I didn't get an invite.
yeah, me and my buddy. Hey, I mean, as you can see, I mean, you ain't heard me say where I went, and I'm probably not going to. We're gonna keep that on the deep. Like, dude, don't even tell nobody where you was. I was like, I'm
Well,
not.
I'm going to be standing beside you probably in about a month and a half, 2 months at one of the shows, and You put your phone down. I might take some Onyx pins.
Hey, it was absolutely incredible. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was everything that I thought it would be.
Hmm.
It was nothing short of work. I mean, you had to work for it. It was, I don't know, man. It was pretty crazy. I mean, we can dip into the stories if you're ready to, but
Oh
like I said,
yeah,
I got
man.
ones that
This is a squirrel show, man. We'll squirrel off into some other topic any given time. So, what state were you in? We ain't gonna ask for county, but what state did you travel to?
we went to Wisconsin.
Well, they getting some storms up there today,
Oh, I bet, man. That we left just in time. Whenever I left, there was some tornadoes on the way, and we trucked it home. But
man. They getting it today and tomorrow for sure up in around Chicago area, but
it's sounding like we're coming up on something pretty quickly. But I'm going trot lining Friday night, so I hope it holds off till after that. But yeah. So me and I'll start from the last turkey we killed and work our way back because it's crazy. We can go
what?
off wherever.
Give us a time frame too. When did that
So
season end?
their season we left on like the 17th of May. So whenever we had left, we left turkeys gobbling. We left a day early.
Mm.
Um, just got to get home, man. I've been gone. Like I said, I've been hunting since September, and show season starts
Mm.
in August, and now I'm going to start attending more shows than what I was prior. And I'm actually going to, because of the last podcast, I finally decided I finally met a guy through Mossy Oak Pro Staff that can point me in the right direction to get into mouth calling for turkeys competitions. So
Well,
I'm going to go try.
he didn't get you from the sound because every time you opened your mouth last time, it would just mute out. So,
I know. Hey, I sent him at a NWTF, and I sent him a video of it, and he goes, "Holy cow!" He said, "Yeah, you need to be at the contest next one." I was like, "All right." So he said, "Well, I'll haul you there. You just ride with me." I was like, "Okay." So, um, but yeah, so I mean, the last turkey we killed was the 16th, I believe. Um, and man, we went and drove around. We had killed prior turkeys before, and I'll get to those. And kind of how I'll just start how our week started. When we got there with the full intentions of hunting public.
mm.
And I was going to die on public. We were going to grind it out, work our butts off, and kill some turkeys on public. We found a couple places on Tuesday, the scout day. Found a couple birds. Found where they've been walking down the roads. Found where they've been strutting. And first morning, the opener, which we drove around all day asking for permission, and some fellow Arkansas folks before me, don't know who, had burnt some bridges. And if Arkansas even came out, they would say, "Man, we appreciate you coming by, but it's not going to happen." And so we got used to it. I mean, I think we knocked on 15 doors and got two permissions the first day. And that
That don't take long to realize. Maybe we shouldn't bring up what state we're from.
exactly, but heck, they said it on my license plate, so I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie
That's
to those.
CarMax. That's rental car.
And we went, we went that next morning on that public ground, and of course they gobbled 100 yards over on private, and we got right on the private line, backed up a little bit, started calling. They gobbled, they gobbled, they gobbled. I mean, man, they gobble up there, and then I could hear some hens. They pitched down, still gobbling, and then they shut up for a minute and disappeared. And my buddy and I were both like, man, we can't go any deeper on that. We got to get out. We got to go find something else. So we got out. He's got in the truck. We got in the vehicle, got out and got around. And we had to drive back through a bunch of farm fields, which we had already asked a lot of them south of there. And
Mm-hmm.
he said, man, he said, we can do one or two things. He's like, we can either spend all our time like I used to in Kansas, driving around, knocking and asking people, and we'll probably get some permissions. And he said, it'll be permissions we can come back to next year. He said, but or we can spend our time hunting public and try and try and try to fight people and trying to kill turkeys on public. So, man, that's up to you. He said, let's go ride. I'll fill the tank up. Let's go ride. We took off riding, asked. Got another yes, and we're like, okay, okay. And wasn't no turkeys out there on that one yet. We drive up, go to a different public ground, and on our way through, we seen a bunch of ground and seen a turkey strutting on it. And he was like, man, we need to turn around. He said, let me find their house. Onyx, by the way, is the ticket. If Onyx ever hears this podcast, y'all are the ticket.
That's
If
what.
you have Onyx, you have the premium package, it is the ticket. My buddy
Does it
gets it
give
gets
phone numbers? Certain state has phone numbers. Is Wisconsin one of them that has phone numbers?
on phone numbers. You got to do it the old traditional way.
Yeah, South
So
Carolina same way.
we got the address. We get the address. We drove up to this big farm, and we were scared to ask big farmers because a lot of the big farmers were like, "No, we already got people, and they won't let you hunt unless there's nobody hunting it."
Mm.
And which I think is a thing, so you don't get shot. And we pull up, and the lady comes out, and we go to talking to her, and we talk to her and talk to her, and then we start talking to her about life stuff, and then finally she goes, "You know what, boys, y'all be here at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning." And my husband will be out. He's farming right now. She said he'll be out in the morning at 8 o'clock to meet y'all. Okay. We spent the rest of the day hunting some public. We found a couple birds, got on a couple, and it just didn't work out. And we drove around, asked for more permission ground, and we got a couple that we got maybes on, and was like, "Come back tomorrow." Same situation. And next morning, we went and hunted some public for just about 15, 20 minutes. We couldn't wait no longer. He's like, "Dude, let's go." So we got in the vehicle and drove over there, and we was there 30 minutes early. And they come outside, and we went to talking, and we bullcrap with them for an hour and a half. And they were like, "Man, y'all had it before y'all ever even came over here. Y'all hunt all the places of ours." And she's like, "All our neighbors probably don't care. We'll let them know y'all are coming." And we're like, "Oh, man, here we go." And man, all those folks talk. I don't care if they live 30 minutes from each other or if they live 20. They
Mm.
all talk. Because once we got the first permission ground, we didn't get told no but one more time out of 9 grounds.
Really?
And, and they all was like, "Oh yeah, we know those folks." Or all you had to do is say, "Hey, I hunt this farm," and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know them." Anyways, so next morning we get out there, and we get over on this other ground we had found, get on there and ask him, and he's like, "Oh yeah," he said, "Go kill everything." He said, "I don't care what it is." He said, "Just kill them all." He said, "They eat all my crops." He said, "Go kill them." All right. So we get down, get up on the top of this hill, we listen, gobbles. I was like, "Oh man." I was like, "Let's see if this one we seen yesterday gobbles." Never gobbled. Well, turns
Mm.
out this turkey was a butthole, man. We got on him the evening before. He come up to the top of the hill, gobbled, and never came over the hill. We get over the hill to look and see where he was, and he was just standing down there by himself doing nothing. We're like, "Oh boy, here we go. He's gonna be a butt." And next morning, this is where I'm at in my story. We were standing on top of this hill in front of this old man's house, and we thought he'd be down here. Dude, their bluffs up there are insane. They're 200 foot, 300 foot straight up, like hills, perfect hills. He gobbles right on the side, right below a creek, above a creek, and we're like, "That's got to be him." He's like, "I don't give a crap. Let's go." And so we take off. We get down there. Every step we took going into this turkey, he was gobbling like every single step. We went to sit down. He's gobbling, dude. We were 70 yards from the bottom of his tree. He was just so straight up the mountain that he couldn't see us because there's so much foliage. And we had him so fired up in the tree, he sat there in the tree for 20 minutes gobbling.
Mm.
And finally, out here, and he literally runs down the side of this bluff. And I mean, I don't know how he didn't trip on his beard. He runs down the side of this bluff, comes up in the road at 14 steps, and I mean, it's picture perfect. He comes up in the middle of the road, goes looking for the hen. He rolls back into the ditch. I'm like, holy cow. He's like, "All right, we got to go to the next one now." He said, "We got to get you one too." I was like, "All right." So we pick him up. We get in the truck, roll over to our other guy's place we made real good buddies with, and we get out, and there's a turkey sitting in the field. He's like, "Oh yeah, here we go." And we were walking across there. We had shot his turkey at like, dude, it was early. It gets daylight early up there. I think he shot at, if I'm not mistaken, it was close to 5:30.
Wow.
And yeah, like it, you could shoot at 5:05. And we get over to this other farm after we went and got some coffee. Like I said, there were some turkeys standing out in the field, and I brought my fan with me. I was like, man, if we got to, we'll fan them, but if not, we'll do it on the traditional way. We get down there, run across the backside of this field, come up on the other side. We kind of cut them off in the woods. My buddy's behind me, and man, we called all these turkeys in with wing bones. I'm a firm believer in a wing bone. I'll get to a story earlier here in Arkansas that I killed one of the big birds we killed on a wing bone, but it's a different sound. They just love it. I can't explain how, but they do. Not a trumpet, but a wing bone.
Right.
Straight out.
I got a buddy who he made his own wing bone and he can do a good job with it. I tried it. It was not a good job.
You got to take a lot of practice on them, and I'm not the best, but man, they're just amazing sounding. But that turkey was standing out there with three jakes, and he got up there behind me, and he's like, "Man, if there's another longbeard, tell me, and I'll ease up there beside you." And I was like, "Okay." So we was scratching, dude, and they were hearing a scratch from 150, 160 yards. They strutting in the field. He hits that wing bone one time, and here he comes, starts fake pecking. Just he pecked, and he'd look, he pecked, and he'd look, he pecked, and he'd look. I'm like, oh boy. And I said, scratch a little bit more. He scratched one more time, and he pecked up his step. That sucker started almost running. I was like, all right, he's running now. I was like, he's coming fast. He said, okay. He's like, is there any more longbeards? I said, no, it's just Jake's. And he's like, okay. Dude, this thing comes right down the edge of the field. And I had put my strutter decoy right in front of me so that it would block me because I was kind of
Mm.
hanging out the side of the tree on the edge of this field. Soon as he got 30 yards, I was letting him come as close as he wanted to. And this is with the Brita. And whenever he got up there about, I don't know, 30, 35 yards, he locked in on that strutter and his demeanor changed. I mean, he went to doing like this, trying to get in the woods, and he was trying to find a way in. And my buddy's like, dude, you got to shoot him. You got to shoot him. And he got up to about, I don't know, probably 18 steps. And I poofed that joker. And he rolled back out in the field and went to flopping. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I mean, we've been there technically hunting. We've been there a day, maybe. I mean, not even that, because the day before was trial and error. I mean, we hadn't even been there but 4 hours. We already had two turkeys dead. And
That's what
he's like,
I'm
oh,
talking about.
this is about to be nuts. And we went and picked him up, and then the scouting started over. We had to go find more birds to shoot. We go and we found some more, locked them down for the next day, and we went and I'm trying to think exactly where. Oh yeah, went right down the road of a buddy that we now have because we met him and he was hunting some property. We had seen seven long bears standing in, and if you're and you see seven long bears in one group standing in the field, your only thought is how can we kill all of them? And now me and my buddy were like, man, if we could just get this permission. And the one boy got him to answer the door before we did. Me and him, we were fighting for permission, trying to get it
Mm.
first, and he got the dude to come to the door and ran into him after we killed our turkeys. And he's like, "Hey man," he's like, "I'm done." He said, "I've killed two or so out of that field." He said, "There should be 4 or 5 left." He said, "Y'all are more than welcome to go ask him. I'm sure he'll say yes." We're like, "All right." He said, "Tell him that I said I'm done." And we get up there and we got the guy to come to the door, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't care." He said, "You can't hunt this side, but you can hunt over here where what's his name was hunting." We're like, "Okay." And we went back to the cabin and sat for a little bit, and he was like, "Man, you think we ought to go?" I was like, "Let's go now." I was like, "We seen a longbeard out there at 1 o'clock yesterday. We need to go." Man, we get out there. We weren't sitting out there for 30 minutes, and they gobbled. I was like, "Where they at?" He's like, "I don't know." They come out from across the field and they pulled a Houdini on us, which we're used to that in Arkansas. So what they didn't know was they were in trouble. As soon as we locked eyes with them, they were in trouble. They come around, got down the field edge. They walked 100 yards from us and stopped and gobbled and stopped and gobbled. They didn't like my strutter decoy, and which it didn't move. It never moved the whole time they were walking 300 yards across this field.
Mm-hmm.
And they get up there and they try to circle us behind them. But when they went in the woods, what we didn't know is there's a slough back there, man. There's swamps everywhere up there. And they had gotten between the swamp, or between us and the swamp, and they were hung up and they wouldn't fly. And my buddy's like, "Why are they not coming?" I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "We're gonna have to just shut up and let them walk off." I mean, dude, these things gobbled 150 times, no kidding.
Really?
And oh yeah, I'm talking, they would not shut up. It's midday. I mean, they've got to be panting. We were panting. I mean, it was hot.
That's what I was
And
fixing to ask. What was the temperature?
oh man, it was probably that day. It was probably upper 70s,
Mm.
80, but it was still hot. I mean, there wasn't much wind, and they were gobbling every breath. I mean, they were hammering, and man, just the old Arkansas tactics kicked in, and he's like, all right, let's shut up on them. He said the first time they gobble 100 yards away, or if they gobble 20 yards further, we're going. I said okay. They gobbled. They were 20 yards further, and we hopped out. We hopped out. We had sit in a blind because the boy that was killing them was sitting in a blind. We're like, hey, why not do what he's been doing? Because he's been killing them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that don't work. I don't like sitting in the blind. We hopped out the window of the blind and sprint all the way around the edge of the field. Hop in on the other side of the slough and run all the way up this edge of the slough. And the whole time he's like, dude, they're still in the woods. And I hear them gobbling. I'm behind him listening the whole time. And I was like, dude, they're gobbling in the field. He's like, no way. I was like, I'm telling you, they're in the field. We get up there and he got irritated at me at this point. He's like, I'm telling you, they're in the woods. I said, no, they're in the field. He's like, whatever. He goes easing up to the field and he goes, oh my God, they're in the field. I said, I told you. He said, sit down, sit down. So I got out there beside him and we're gun to gun, just like this. And he hits that wing bone one time, dude, and here they come running. He said, you get the one on the right and I'll wait on the one behind. I was like, okay. And doubling, I don't know if you've ever doubled much, but doubling is very hard. I've done it a couple times, but if they're spread out like these were, the back bird was walking about 15, 20 steps behind the front one every time. And it didn't matter if they was in the field, wherever they were. And so I had to let mine get all the way up past us at like 20 yards. And he's sitting there, and then I've got my beat on his neck, and I was like, you see him yet? You see him yet? He's like, no, I don't see him yet. Behind the bush, I was like, he clucks. I was like, uh-oh. He said, what do you mean? I said, he's fixing to shoot him. He rolls up. Other one flies up above this bush, and my buddy goes and wilts him out of the air, dude. It was crazy. And he hits the ground, goes flopping. Me and him was like, holy cow. Like, I mean, this is the second day, man. We've already killed 4 turkeys. I mean,
Wow.
it was insane. The last one was one I've always wanted to do because I've seen it done. You know, you've heard of Philip Culpepper. I know
Mm-hmm.
you've heard of Philip. He used to shoot a rete. I don't know if he does anymore, but he used to shoot rete, and he
He's
always spans them.
he's in Florida.
Yeah, he's from like Florida or Georgia or something like that. But
Right. I think
he
he's from Georgia, but I think he guides in Florida.
okay, yeah, he does guide in Florida. Yeah, I do know
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah, you know, he always is fanning them turkeys, and everybody you can get into that discussion on fanning and reaping and whatever. But you know, he said it himself. You know, he said, "Man, a lot of people are going to be mad at you about how you kill them, and it don't really matter about how you kill them as long as you enjoy doing it the way you're doing it." And he is 100% right. I'm not going to kill every turkey I kill reaping it. If for people watching this, I'm not going to do that. I want to kill turkeys gobbling just like everybody else does coming to my gun barrel. But in this particular instance, we only had 100 yards of property line to work with, and the other part of the field another guy owned. And we pulled up to this house, we seen him in the field, and this was one of those like quick, yes, you can go kill them. We don't hunt turkeys. And we're like, okay. We go back to behind this. We literally walked through this dude's yard, walked in through his creek, come up the other side of his hill onto this edge of this ag field. I belly crawl out there. My dumb butt didn't carry my gun, and because he's turned and there was only one turkey that we thought was out there that we could kill. And I get up there and I belly crawl out into the field and I sit down and I put the decoy right in front of me. He starts yelping at him with a wing bone and the hen starts coming directly at us. I mean, they're 350 yards away. And what we didn't know was there was 2 longbeards over here on the right behind this little nook with this hens, and they were running the other longbeard out into the middle of the field, and that's why he was out there. And we watched the hens coming. I was like, dude, there's 2 longbeards coming. He's like, no way. They pop out of the wood line, and he yelps at them again, and they come right behind the hen. They start coming to us. They're about 200 down. And the hen turns around and starts walking away from us. It's like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? He's like, I can gobble on my mouth calls. I can do it. He gobbled. They broke off the hen, started coming right to us. Dude, they marched all the way over there they gobbled a couple times. And they marched all the way up there to about 120 yards. Both of them literally looked at us like they were like, okay, sucker, come over here or we're going to leave. If we got to come over and whoop you, we will, but if you ain't going to say nothing, we're leaving. They literally looked at us and went, and then started walking off. I mean, like immediately started walking off. And I told him, I was like, dude, we're going to have to culpepper it. He's like, what do you mean? I said, dude, fighting purr. I said, I'm going to slap the crap out of this decoy. And I said, we ain't got nothing. He's like, okay. And he goes, I went like that on that decoy. And they went 180. Like if I turned to spec, it was like that. And they never stopped. Like what I called boob flopping. Them dudes' breasts were flopping back and forth. They ran all the way up there, and dude, my buddy saved my life practically because if he wouldn't have shot them, they would have trucked me. Like they were coming. You could hear
that
them the whole time. You know what I mean? They were fighting, purring the whole way. Just
that might have been funny just to get on video.
me that. He was like, dude, you should have whooped out your phone. I was like, I had my phone, but every time I pulled my phone up, the sun was right here. And every time I pulled it up, it glared. And I know how that goes with ducks and geese. I was like, dude, you glare them with a phone, they're gone. I mean, like, I was like, if they would have seen that glare, they might have left. I just said, I didn't want to ruin what was about to happen, and we had a little mishap with the gun after he shot. He passed the gun over to me and had a little mishap happen. And we could have made it happen a whole lot better, but hey, we had a good trip. Me and him after that, we turned around and was like, listen, we can leave tomorrow. We'll come back next year. We'll save the rest that we've shot at, or we shot at some and missed. I don't like admitting it, but everybody does it. We shot and missed some.
I
And
didn't shoot a single shell this year. The same. I could tell you this: the two Salt Creek shells that went into my retay that came out every night or every time I went back in the next day, back out, cycle perfect all season long. I mean, if
well,
nothing else, the guns can cycle two shells.
well, I shot a box and a half of Apex this season, so it's been wild. But I know I will be returning, and we've already got it in our minds when we're going, and it's going to be a good time again, good fellowship. Man, I thank God for allowing me to go, dude, because it was insane and safe travels. We had a good time, but
Did y'all have anything good to eat up there?
man, I'm gonna be honest with you. When we booked this thing, gas prices were $2.50. When
Woo.
we got there, $4.60 and $4. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, dude, we paid at one point. We paid $5 for gas. I mean, we was eating spam sandwiches and every day. I don't think I've touched spam since I've been hungry because now, I mean, I was wore out. We had every type of spam, kind of like Bubba Gump. We had barbecue. We had hot and spicy. We had bacon grilled. We had, man, you can maple bacon. You can think of it. We had it, and
That's
I can tell you
terrible.
what's good and what weren't. I can tell you that. But
I saw a
uh,
recipe online on how to make spam and Vienna sausages sushi rolls.
now that might not be bad.
It might not be bad. I looked at it and I was like, you know, the Viennas
Hey,
don't
give
look too bad up in there.
give me about a month to get over it, and I'll probably try that. I, I, a little bit. I mean, dude, I was eating two spam sandwiches a day because my hunger. I mean, dude, I was wanting to go eat. I was wanting to go into town and eat. And now I ain't. I'm just going to buy gas and shoot turkeys. So,
That's terrible.
uh, my Arkansas season, it was incredible to say the
Really?
least. Oh yeah, it was. I'll tell you this. I hunted in Arkansas with a gun, an hour and 30 minutes total.
Wow.
Yeah, that's killing my turkeys. I killed my turkeys, and I was done. I hunted an hour and 30 minutes. That pained me because I wanted to hunt, but I mean, I was blessed, dude. I'm not gonna lie, dude. The good Lord put the opportunities right in my face this year. It was the. I mean, my boy had a swing and a miss, but what my boy got to witness that morning of youth season was far none probably one of the most exciting things. I mean, dude, I was tearing up about him missing, not because he missed, but the moment, dude. I mean, it was we had planned it all out. My buddy that owns the land, good friend of mine. He has a little boy about the same age as mine, and he's like, man, he can shoot a gun. He said, I don't know how he's gonna shoot, but he can point it straight. I was like, okay, that's all we need is another gun because there's 3 longbeards that we're gonna go after. And I said, my boy's been shooting pretty solid. I said he ought to be good. We ought to at least have one. And he's like, all right. So I got the game lander sighted in for him with some 9s and 10 green leaves, and dude, he was shooting good, and I was confident, fully confident. But I wasn't confident once I realized what it done to him when that turkey gobbled. Because I mean, sit in my lap and watched turkeys die before, but I think it was a whole lot different when he was behind the gun. We sat there. I made a little homemade blind. We sat there for just a little bit, and just kind of trying to occupy the kids. They didn't gobble very good first day of season on youth season, and about I don't know 8:30, 9 o'clock, I hit a call and one cut me off in the field. I was like, "Holy cow, where'd that come from?" He's like, "Right out in the field, I think." I was like, "Hold on," and and it cut me off again. And I was like, "Holy cow!" I was like, "Dude, they're coming." I said, "They've been coming to us this whole time. They just ain't been gobbling." And I clucked and purred a little bit, yelped again. I was like, "Oh, that's them." And I got the boys, we're all shaking. We're like, oh my gosh, we got to get y'all got to get ready. We're getting them on tripods, shooting sticks and whatever. And we're getting them ready. And here they come across the field. I was like, oh boy. Dude, they get right to the edge of the wood line. And every one of them, I went, and every one of them blowed up. I was like, oh man. My boy instantly went. I watched that gun from like this to go like this. That sucker started moving like that. Like, oh boy, this ain't going to be good. I knew that had a very high chance of not killing the turkey. They come up to 25 yards, man, and that's where that pattern on that gun. I mean, dude, 30 yards with that gun is incredible. And I was like, all right, I feel comfortable. That's a big enough spread. I was like, he needs to shoot. I said, hey, I'm going to have him shoot. He said, okay, I'm ready. Click save or pull the hammer back. And I was like, all right, get on one, buddy, and just pull the trigger. Boom, boom. Turkeys go to flying everywhere. I was like, oh gosh. My boy's ecstatic. It didn't kick me. It didn't kick me. I was like, no. He said, that didn't get one. You didn't get one. And I was like, dude, it's okay. I was like, listen, Dad's missed a bunch, and I'm gonna miss a whole lot more, and you'll probably watch me miss one. And I actually missed one in Arkansas and in Wisconsin. So and so he was, man. It was an incredible experience. Opening day of our season was, I mean, it was incredible. We pulled up, me and my brother-in-law, me and him hunt together much as we can. He's got 2 little girls here now, so he don't get to hunt. Didn't get to hunt as much as we wanted to. He's very sleepless. He ain't got much sleep. And we went out. We scouted them, watched them a couple days before, and we're like, okay, we're gonna leave the bait. We're just gonna show up and hunt. Did we know they weren't the only 2 there. There was 7 in the same block of woods,
Hey.
and 2 or 3 behind us. We just crept up close as we could to them because they had just cut some of the timber, and we just got there. It lined up perfectly. I mean, God lined it up as perfect as it could possibly be. By the time when I stepped out of the truck, one gobbled, and I was like, "We got to go." And so we threw everything on. I put my GoPro on halfway, and we turned that joker on. And we took off running. We get over there, and I call one time, and 7 gobble. I was like, "Holy cow!" And he was like, "What the crap are we gonna do?" I was like, "I don't know." I said, "You shoot first." I said, "It's your place." I said, "You shoot first, and we'll double if we can." And he's like, "Okay." Hen comes across. 3 hens come across. 2 hens. 2 more hens. I was like, "They're coming." I heard. I was like, "Oh, they're right here." Here comes a single longbeard. He's like, "Do I shoot it? Do I shoot it?" I was like, "Dude, kill that thing." I said, "We're not going home empty handed. We're not gonna get greedy." I said, "If when he gets in that road, you kill him." And he got in the road. Every one of them. I was like, holy cow. And then I seen heads pop up right behind him. I was like, So I went to purring, and they ran up to the dead bird, and I shot him on the run. He wilted right behind him when we were done in 15 minutes.
Man,
Season first week of season was done in 15 minutes.
wow, that's crazy. I
Um,
I saw
it,
turkeys. I saw the most turkeys that I have ever seen in a season. They were just either all hens or toms, which hopefully that'll work out good for me next year.
oh, you mean Jake's?
Yeah, Jake's and a lot
Yeah.
of hens. I mean, there was one place that I went every single time I went. That hen was out there, and my camera's going crazy over there. It's just dark enough that it's switching over to nighttime mode, but just light enough. It's switching in back before nighttime mode. So if anybody wondering what's going on with that camera, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not dark enough yet. But yeah, there was this hen that come out and just was spend 45 minutes to an hour just walking around. I mean, it was the most beautiful thing. I mean, it was amazing to see God's creature just, I mean, like live, like you couldn't. It's crazy. And then my buddy Tony went with me. A Jake came out. That Jake had to spend an hour, maybe an hour and a half out in front of us. I'm talking about 20 yards the whole time. Just a goblin. Just a dude, we tried everything. We were ready to go. Like at this time, it was already lunchtime. I was already hungry. I'm like, I'm fixing to go out there and punch him to make him leave. The daggone Jake, like, just sits down in the dirt. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. We opened the door on the tieweed. Now I got the tieweed blind, the big one, like handicap door, like barnyard door. We open the door. We both get out and go to the bathroom, and standing beside the tent with the turkeys sitting there on the ground looking at us. We get back in the blind. I'm like, there must be something wrong with this turkey. I don't know.
Hey, he's just a little innocent jackal, man. He don't give a crap. Hey,
I
but
think
next year he won't be jackal anymore.
next year he gonna be mine. He
You
won't get
better
that. He won't get that free ride.
he gonna get to ride in the pickup.
That's right. I
If
mean,
he,
he would have been close. He was still a Jake, but he was borderline. Eh, all the tail feathers wasn't all around yet. The last two you could tell were still short. I'm like, that's right. Next year you're mine, big boy. I'm just letting you know because I ain't sitting here for an hour and a half watching you.
yeah, give him another year and he'll be a good next year.
Yeah.
That's man. I got that's like that second hunt I was telling you about before we that I told you that was pretty wild. I ain't never in my life seen anything like I said, dude. God did some crazy things just this year with my turkey season. I think He wanted to see exactly how close I would let a turkey, and I don't know why, but it's been a long time, man. Back when I was younger, I'd shoot them at 5, 6 steps. You know, things are just different now. We hunt them later. They don't do like what they used to do. They're all ganged up, or they're all henned up, or you know what I mean. I mean, they're just you got to work for them. They used to, they'd come to your darn feet. And um, me and my buddy, same guy that we had the misses with the kids. He owned the place, and he had been hunting, and he was struggling. He done missed them same three next year. Good Lord willing, hopefully I see them again next year. They're going for my money because they're going to know everything about me, except from the wing bone. They never heard the wing bone, but they're going to know what a gunshot sounds like, what a diaphragm sounds like, what a ball like, what people sound like. They're going to know everything because they got shot at 3 different times. So they got shot at 3 different times. They're going to be some hard 3-year-olds, but hey, that's what makes them fun. But anyways, he had a hard day and rough day, and he's like, man, he said, I know you come off your stuff, you know, where you can carry your stuff, your gun with you more or whatever. He said, man, do you mind coming and going with me? He said, dude, I really need you to come down here. He said, I just can't figure it out. And he's not new to it. I've took him a couple times, but he, I just kind of have always taken him. He lets me hunt his place, and they've been gracious enough, family, friends for generations. We work their farm for them while they ain't there and watch out for it. And so next morning I meet him down there, and I was like, dude, there was turkeys all out here yesterday. I crawled up on one yesterday, and he just wasn't the one that I wanted to shoot. I was like, I could see him through my binos. He was a 2 year old, and it just wasn't the turkey I wanted to. He's like, I said, but I got my new gun with me this morning. I said, out the box, that joker could have killed a turkey within an hour. I said, that breeder has some luck with it, so we may be in luck this morning. He's like, okay. So we get out there, and we both got our guns on our shoulders. We take off across the field. Same spot we stop every year. Me and my papa had stopped for generations, where I was taught to stop and listen. And dude, one gobbles 70 yards on the. It stormed the night before, so I guess he got displaced in the
Mm.
field when he was eating. Flew up. He was 75 yards down the field road. We had just walked across the field. Another thing about timing, God timed everything perfectly. If we would have walked across that field 5 minutes later, we'd have never shot that turkey. And I was standing there. I'm talking. We stood there 3 minutes. Hooted one time, and he gobbled. I was like, "Holy cow!" I said, "Get him!" I said, "Get in that bush right there." I said, "I'm gonna cry decoy out before it gets too dangerous." I took a decoy out, and there's water everywhere. There was one lane about the size of the width of that door where four-wheelers come in and out of the hunting lane we go down. That's the only way in the field that was dry. And I told him, I was whispering behind him, I said, he's fixing to come in this field, or he's going to walk down that road. I said, you need to back up. I said, he's going to be right there. He's like, no way. I said, I'm telling you. He backed up. I got my wing bone out, and you could hear him, dude. He was so close, you could hear him strutting. I was like, oh boy. And I got my diaphragm and I did a fly down. I went, and as soon as my fly down hit, dude, I bet it wasn't a minute. He can tell you. I hear on the road behind us. I was like, dude, he's behind us. He's like, he's gonna come out right in front of me. Right in front of me. I said, be quiet, I'll watch for him. This sucker pops his head up at 10 steps. It's like, dude, he's 10 steps. I said, don't move. Then he walks up this lane feeding. He looks up at the decoy and he just comes feeding. He feeds 3 foot from my buddy's feet.
Mm.
I'm talking camera, almost from his feet. And I said, shoot him, shoot him. I mean, like, dude, he could grab him if he wanted to. He shoots him, dude, right in the wing. I'm talking like I've never seen anything like this in my life. Turkeys are tough, but I didn't realize they were this tough. He shoots him right here in the wing bone, and the turkey rolls 3 times. And as soon as he gets up, he runs. And I roll over and go, and he rolls backwards. He's like, what the crap just happened? I was like, dude, I don't know. That was the craziest stuff I've ever seen. He's like, thank God you were here. I was like, dude, you probably could have caught him. I said, but you was fixing to have a hard time because I said he was going, like he was running. Hey, he had a mark. You can see it on my picture on Facebook if you've seen my picture of him hanging at that
Mm-hmm.
old smokehouse. That blood spot on his wing is where he shot him with a 3.5 inch
Dang,
at 5 steps, I think it was. I mean,
that's crazy.
how did it not blow that turkey's wing off of him? Me and him to this day have talked about it and was like, I mean, you might could have still got him, but I was shooting as soon as he left you. I was shooting him if he was still running. I
Well,
mean,
heck, the pellets might have not came out of the wad yet.
no, but I know that Greenleaf Apex with that breeder whooped him in about 15 because he was yes whenever I shot him head back. But yeah, I mean, and dude, I mean that sucker. Thank God I waited and didn't shoot the one I seen the day before because he had right at the 1.25 inch spurs and it was biggest turkey he'd ever had a part of, and I was happy for him. And so I mean, man, it was good fellowship with good friends. I had one. You're gonna love this because you know we were talking about my big turkey behind my house.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I met him again. This was the second time, so third time's charm.
That's
I
what
met
they
him again.
say. That's what they say. 3 times is a charm.
They say three. Yeah, say 3 times is a charm. And got on that, got him on that camera, and I was like, all right, he's there. I went over there, dude, seen him in the road, and I backed out. And I was like, okay. I was like, I gotta wait till my wife gets home and I can drop the boys off to her, and I'm gonna come back over here. And I backed out. He didn't spook bad. He just started walking down towards my food plot, and so I backed out with my boys, and I was like, we gotta go, Bob. I gotta go get my gun. I gotta go get my stuff. I was like, as soon as Mama gets home, I'm going. And as soon as Mom got home, I took off. I get over there, dude. I walked. I don't know. I probably walked 100 yards down the road, and I just went. I'm talking. He was 60 yards right off the road. I was like, oh my gosh. All there was a deer stand to get by. I was like, damn. I mean, dude, our deer stand ain't 4 foot wide. But I'm like, I can't get in it. He's gonna hear the door creak. I was like, I gotta sit right here at this deer stand. I'm sitting at the box stand like this, looking down the road. And I'm like, I'm sticking out like a sore thumb, dude. Sun's shining right on me. Couldn't have been no worse situation. I couldn't get around this side because there's too many briars. And so I'm sitting right here, and I'm like, as soon as he pops out, I'm going to have to shoot. Like it's gonna. I called one more time, he cuts me off, and he's at like 30. I was like, holy cow! I could hear him walking, but it was echoing off of the side of the stand that way. So I thought he was going to walk the ridge top around me, and I was like, crap. So I pulled my gun back and put it like this, where I could still throw it this way or that way. And I'm holding it just like this, and I hear, and I see his head come out on the other side of a 4 foot deer stand at about 6 to 8 yards. And I go, oh God. As soon as he seen me, I saw him, and our eyes looked the exact same. Like this. Straight up went, when he took off flying, and I went right under him. Dude, and it was him. It was the big one. I was like, you got to be kidding me, dude. I mean, he's Houdini, man. He's got to be. I mean, I've tried and tried to kill that turkey. I mean, maybe I'll have to carry somebody else over to kill him. I just want to see his head. But come on, I'll carry you. Come on. Hey, I'm luck on watching him die. I'm fine with it. I'm fine.
If it
But
wasn't
man,
for the day that it take me to drive all the way out there and a day to drive all the way back, it might would be worth it.
it would. It would. Man, all in
I
all,
bring I tell you what,
family
I bring you some
feels like,
spam.
man, it was blessed. It was a blessed season. Very blessed with the ups and downs. You know, it's kind of like, it's like I tell everybody, man, everybody that asks me about turkey questions, how I do this, how I do that, and how I can kill them and all this. And man, turkey hunting's a lot like life. There's a lot of ups and downs. You're going to get kicked in the nuts a lot. You're going to get your face shoved in the dirt, but you'll win. And when you win, it's great. And that's a lot like life, dude. As soon as you start winning in life, something comes along and kicks you down.
Yep.
And that's where you got to wake up every day and thank God you're alive and pursue whatever He's wanting you to pursue and do it at your 110% and wake up the next day and do it again. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
Yeah,
I'm,
that's what I wrote on my worms that I give out. The little saying on the back. It says, remember the days that you're on top of the valley, and every time you bring your fishing rod in, you bring in a fish, but you need to remember it in the days that you're in the valleys when your hook comes back empty. Exactly. You,
yo,
you're gonna
I mean,
have them good days and bad days.
hey, dude, it's like I said, turkey hunting and hunting in general, especially since my boys getting to that age, it's something for me that's more than hunting. We're living in a very dangerous world to raise kids in, and if I can leave behind and teach them about what God created for us to shoot and eat and things that fly that He created and how beautiful they are. And I seen the thing today I commented on. I think it was something about Onyx, but what is something you want to leave behind for your kids? To remember in the woods. And first of all, my number one, you will win, but you will 9 times out of 10 you'll lose every time. That's just how it is. That goes the same with ducks. That goes the same with geese. It goes the same with deer, turkey. You know how it is. Fish, it don't
Mm-hmm.
matter. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna lose. But my second thing is respect the animal, respect where it lives, because we have a problem with that nowadays with these youngsters coming up. Respect where it lives. Take care of where it lives, or we won't have them. And respect the man that made them. That's that's the things that I want my boys to remember. Because
Mm-hmm.
man, I mean, because without the land to you know give food or give a place for them things to stay, whether it be turkeys, ducks, because our duck numbers are dying too.
Mm-hmm.
Without the stuff to keep them alive, and us pursuing them the way we are because everything's become such a fad instead of just doing it as tradition because you want popularity or you want to be. And I've had a little journey myself I've had to go through here lately, just kind of an awakening, is be humble, dude. I mean, you don't take everything for granted. God's got a plan for you. You just got to just follow his book and the way he's wrote your book out, and go that direction. And I mean, if it leads me to be social media fame, or if it leads me to just be the regular old country boy I am now that loves killing stuff and raising my boys in the woods, so be it. You know what I mean? So as long as I can do my part for him, that's all that matters. So
Exactly. And like you said, you got one growing up. I said I was in the same spot you were in a couple years ago. I know yours was a little bit younger. I kept telling the wife, I can't wait till he gets big enough to go fishing. I can't wait till he gets big enough to go hunting. Well, I'm eating them words right now because he is on a hunting spree. And I mean, the kid can fish. Now, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I tell people all the time, be like, "Oh, you don't let him win. You don't let him win." Because if you go out there and fishing against him, and you just over here, he's gonna outfish you. 100%. That kid can fish. But it's like every day now that school's out, Daddy, can I go fishing? It's 100 degrees outside. What, son? Let it cool off a little bit. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Now I'm like, man, I wish he would just slow down a little bit.
you probably remember whenever you was out of way. I didn't, man. I'd be out there in the scorching heat, 110 degrees, throwing a fishing pole, dude.
Yeah.
I'd be. It didn't matter. I mean, I didn't care. Hell, let him do it. Let him enjoy
Yeah.
it, man.
So I was out in the yard, and I don't like him to go to the pond without somebody watching, just cause snakes and the backside of the property. I was out in the yard, and all I hear was I could see him. All I hear was this screaming like a little girl. Now I'm looking down there, and I see that he's reeling in this bass, and I'm talking about this sun is dancing across the water, and I mean he is giddy screaming like a little schoolgirl. He gets it in, and he's like, "Dad!" So I go down there, and I could already tell it was a big bass. It was a big one. It was his, as the kids these days call them, PBs. That's my PB. I'm trying to get my PB. I'm like, just say personal best. I mean, why we got to shorten it, son? Just personal best. But as soon as I picked it up, the bass mouth was the size of my fist. I knew it was good, and he wanted to weigh it. And I mean, he was on top of the world. He's still on top of the world, and now it's even more. Let's go fishing. But
Oh
I got a little
yeah,
surprise up for him in a couple weeks that he don't know about, and it would definitely be on video. I'm taking him somewhere that I've never been fishing. It's a top secret, so
that's gonna be
he's
cool.
it's gonna be fun. So, but yeah, now he's done went hunting with me. He's done got his own shotgun. It's I'm telling you, I'm eating them words because it was like, hey, I can't wait till he go hunt with me. Well, now he can go hunt with me. Now it's like, well, dang, now I gotta pay for this joker.
Yeah, you ain't kidding one bit, and that's the thing. Tricky because it is so expensive to go places, and man, I got a lot of places I could go with the connections I've built with friends and friendships I've gotten for turkeys, and I'm going to go there. I'm going to take up all them offers and stuff, but I'd like for one of my boys to go with me, and let's travel and do it together and
Yeah.
save up for the expenses because it's going to be expensive, especially if he keeps missing. It's going to be really expensive. I mean, I'm going to keep shooting Apex, but whoop, that Apex is getting
It,
pricey.
Well, TSS is on the way down.
I
I
hope
mean,
so.
it's kind of like gas prices, you know.
Yeah, well, we made some good trade deals with China now, so maybe TSS won't be so high next year.
10 cent. Does 10 cent really make a difference when it's as high as it is? But TSS has went down a little bit. I mean, just it's on the downward spiral down. So maybe it'll come
Man,
back regional.
this year I could honestly tell you that TSS wouldn't have made me any difference whatsoever because every turkey that I pulled the trigger on was within 20 yards. But some years it does. But that's just
Oh
how it
yeah,
is. Some years you shoot them at 40 and 30s, but some years you shoot them at 20. Some years you shoot them at 5 steps. And I mean, dude, it
yeah.
don't matter. You could have been shooting a freaking BB gun at 5 steps. I mean, you're about as, I mean, I don't know. That still has me stumped to this day. I mean, I've never seen anything quite like it. I mean, I thought a deer was tough, but I think a turkey just gained some ground on a deer. Cause
I've
that,
seen a lot of turkeys get smacked, roll across the ground, and everybody's high fiving, and that joker reincarnates and starts running off. Like I agree, they tough. I mean, a deer's
oh,
tough too. Now I've seen the deer get hit by a car and be like, "Dang, he dead," and then he gone. Like how many videos you see them in the back of the truck standing up? And, yeah, I mean, them sungers are tough.
heck yeah, they are. Well,
So,
all in all, did you like toting your retake through the woods?
oh yeah, man, I love cycling my retake. It was just, man, I could do that in my sleep now. Because so so I have three retakes now. I will say that both of us are shooting for retake. We both are ambassadors for retake. But I have the Ace R 12 gauge semi-automatic. I got the 28 gauge Ace R semi-auto. But I turkey hunt with a pump. Like I don't know. I don't know. I just like to pump. And that's
Yeah.
what I use. I use that Retake GPS XL, the 3.5 inch version. Uh, I didn't have any problems unloading or loading, so that's all I can say from the Retake this year. It didn't fall off my shoulder. It was well balanced.
I may have to get you down here. I
It
may
was
have to.
tough.
You're going
It
for you.
it was tough. It was tough this year in South Carolina, man. I'm telling you. I am not the only one that had a tough season in South Carolina. Um, I looked at the numbers; they were pretty tough. Georgia was too, but
I know some folks from up there that said that their turkey numbers are starting to struggle again.
it's bad. I mean, and that whole month, man, we didn't get no rain. Like, dude, I'm telling you, Georgia was in a bad fire state. A lot of theirs was on fire. I mean, we went from no rain to heavy rain. Now we got humidity like crazy, but I mean, it was bad. Like states, it wasn't counties, it was states in
Yeah.
droughts. I mean, it
We
was bad.
still probably, after all the rain we've had, I bet we're still 14, 12, 14 inches below normal here.
Well, the mid of the country is going to get it over the next week or so.
That's what they're saying. That is
Yeah,
exactly what they're
and tomorrow, I would say maybe your area, but higher up, like Tennessee, um, Indiana, Illinois. That area is definitely going to be bad tomorrow. So I don't know
Well, I
how
hope
many
it won't.
people live in that area that listen to me, but it's supposed to be bad tomorrow.
Well, I hope it waits. Like I said, I got some fish to catch Friday night. So
Might want to wear a
it,
life jacket.
all of my guns a swinging chance at it. I gave my boys game lender. I gave it a swinging chance. It shot good. Everything was fine. Everything did like it was supposed to. It just missed. Um, and the
So
first turkey,
the
I
game
won.
lander, the game lander is a single shot from Retay. That's a newer one. I have a product which I'm pointing to it that y'all can't see, but I can't show it. But I have a product that goes on the game landers that makes it a longer um, length of pull for taller people. I got a
Oh,
video
really?
coming out real soon that shows that product over there that fits the Rite Airy pads that can help us bigger, taller guys.
Hey, oh, so you picked up one of them? Wasn't you the one talking about you had a buddy that did that?
Yep, I have it.
Ooh,
That the Rite model is now finished. Um, so videos coming
that's,
real soon on that, but it will help on length of pull for anybody that has a Rite or a Super Black Eagle.
that's pretty
It's
cool.
two different adapters, but he makes both of them. So if anybody that has a Super Black Eagle that has a length of pull problem, I now have a solution that will be coming out in a video real soon. But what did
That's,
I know you shoot Rites and I shoot Rite, but Rites is a child company of another company which you shot also this year. So talk about that.
yeah. I got my the first turkey I shot. I wanted to go ahead and shoot it with my old trusty black retay that had been through hell and back this duck
Mm.
season, and knew I could kill one with it. It shoots good. I wanted to get a turkey under its belt, and first one was done in 15 minutes, and I said, "Well, that gun's good." So then Hunter calls, and Hunter's like, "Hey, dude," he said, "Do you want to be on with Brita?" He said, "You want to add that to your stuff on retail?" I was like, "Dude, I'm down." I said, "Give it to me." And he said, "Man, just pick one out, and I'll get you going." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Hey, man, listen, our season starts pretty quickly." This was before I shot. Well, turkey season started, and I
Mm.
shot that. This gun was on the way when I killed that one with this gun. And he's like, "Dude, I'll get it to you as fast as possible. I'll send you a tracking number." I was like, "Okay." And man, he had it here by the third day of season, right after I killed one with my other gun. And it's like, crap, I gotta wait a couple days because if you shoot one the first week, you gotta wait. And
Mm-hmm.
then I got it. I ended up getting it Friday or Saturday. And dude, that burrito, that thing is amazing. I talked to Hunter on the phone not long ago, and he's like, "Man, I'm sure gonna miss you shooting that old black." You know, ho ho ho. I was like, "It ain't going away. I'm still gonna shoot." I said, but the Brita, whew, that sucker right there instantly stole my heart. Like soon as I pulled it out the box and held it, I shot it one time and it was dead on at 40. And with that Apex, I was like, oh gosh, this gun is sweet, dude. I mean it literally has all the components of an H&K Benelli, the H&K Benelli make they made, except for Rite put their the anti-lock, anti-seize, whatever they call that system on it, the charging system.
It's
Their
the Inertia Bolt Plus.
Yeah, the notion they put their inertia bolt plus on it, dude. That made that gun
Yeah.
top. I mean, you
So,
can same with the other Rite, you can just barely bump it and it'll lock back in the battery every time. I mean, dude, that gun shoots as smooth as you could ask any gun to shoot. It's straight on target every time, and it proceeded to kill quite a few turkeys after that. I mean,
so
it's gonna be a dandy duck gun.
if people don't know, Brita has been around a long time. If you go back, a lot of people know the name Brita because it's stamped on a lot of different guns back in the day that says Brita imported by, or it'd be like a brand imported by Brita. But Brita owns
Yes,
Rite. They
yes.
bought out Rite a couple years ago. Background history, best of my knowledge, was they bought the patent, and I cannot remember the guy's name. I don't think it's John, but we're going to say his name was Billy Bob, which is not Billy Bob. But they went and bought the patent for the boat. And Billy Bob, I wish I really knew his name. He was the one that created the inertia bolt for the Super Black Eagles. And he had this design for this new boat, but Benelli never wanted it. And the patents ran out on Benelli. So Brita and Rite bought that bolt patent from that family and that is what that new bolt is, and it is in the Burritos, and it is like down to a spitting image of the Super Black Eagle H&K. Like if you hold it, you would not know the difference.
Man, and I'm telling you right now, not being biased whatsoever. Before, and I'll sum the story up, but I have a little thing I've been talking about some guns I got or whatever. But when I first got this gun, I was thinking in my mind, I've shot this same gun for 10 years. There ain't no way this gun's gonna hold up to this. No way. And I was like, I'm gonna give them a try. Everybody was saying this nor that. Some people had good, some people had bad to say about them. That bolt system is one of the best things I've ever seen on a gun. I can firmly today tell you that my trust in a Rite and Brita is 100%. I will not shoot another gun, not a shotgun from now on. It's going to be a Rite or a Brita from now on because dude, that saves your life on many different ways. I've bumped it belly crawling to a turkey on another gun I had that I'd sold to a buddy of mine, and the slide got kicked back just like a Benelli. Benelli does it too. I've had a lot of clients whose Benellis click like crazy, and my gun's still over there just going off every time.
I, a lot of people don't know a lot about the inertia, but the A5, the brand new Browning A5s, their inertia, and they have the exact same rotating head as the Super Black Eagles and the Stogers. They don't lock. And I've hit mine. I bounced my Stoger, done the click, and I'm telling you, the 12 gauge is nice, but that 28 gauge, the way it locks in, like the way you talking, I mean, it is crazy. You pull it back, it will rotate, unlock, and like you just barely let go, and it locks in. It does have a extra spring. It's a funky looking, like I don't know, kind of. It's a weird looking spring, and that spring
Yeah,
is the one that makes it rotate and lock. It is a weird. I don't even know what you would call it. I wouldn't call it a figure eight spring, but it is a funky looking spring.
it's the
It.
best patent that they like for real. It really
Mm,
is. I had an instance this duck season when the freeze hit. We were sitting in A-frames on the side of these little puddles. Me and one of my coworkers. He's a tried and true Benelli fan, and so is a bunch of our clients. I'm slowly getting at them, dude. I bet I had 7 to 10 clients buy retays this year, and they watched me shoot my gun through heck and back, and it still shot. And so we was out there. It was like 5 degrees. It's sleeting so hard, snowing so hard. I mean, dude, you could barely see. There's ducks piling in. I mean, I think we killed like 70 or something in
dang it,
about an
boy.
hour. But halfway through the hunt, them guns would get hot when we were shooting, then they'd
Mm.
freeze. Guess whose gun never did? I said, "Hey,
So,
buddy." I said, "Hey, buddy, how you like that retay now?"
so
Instead and everybody's going, "Give me your gun! Give me your gun!" I mean, you know what I mean?
I
It's just,
I agree.
I
That
mean,
new 28 gauge, I've been I've said it so many times on my channel, and I talk so much smack on other people's channel that the 12 gauge is the Lord's gauge. I'm going to give the 28 gauge a fair fighting chance this year, especially for dove season. 100%. It's 2 pounds lighter. It has absolutely no recoil. I'm reloading my own 28 gauge, so any of the AAs that I shoot, I'm picking them back up and reloading them. I mean, the lead AAs are amazing. I was talking to Keith at Salt Creek, and I told him, I was like, we were talking about this upcoming season. I mean, waterfowl season ain't that far away. Like September starts our waterfowl season. It's goose, and then the end of September is the 2 weeks of teal season. September ain't that far. And he was like, "What you gonna shoot?" He was like, "What kind of ammo you needing?" I said, "I got plenty of 12 gauge. I need 28 gauge." He was like, "Steel?" I'm like, "Man, I really don't want to shoot no steel." He was like, "What about steel TSS duplex?" I'm like, "That sounds like a winner. Let's try it." do it with the 28 gauge. I mean, 2 pound and less recoil. I may become a sub gauge kind of guy. It's kind of hard. I might have to eat the words that I talk trash for all these sub gauge wimpy men out there. Maybe the gray hair I might have to eat crow. I mean,
Well, that's the thing I was telling you before we got on here live. I told Hunter the other day. I was like, listen, man. I was like, when everything gets settled and everything's good, and we're getting to show season and coming into seasons and stuff. I was like, I think I want to snag a 20 gauge ace. I said because for one, I want to make it one of my turkey guns, and so I can throw one of those one of their new optics on there. They just come out with that Aegis optics, and I want to put that on a combo for turkey season. But I want to try it duck hunting. I mean, I'm gonna shoot the S4 steel, the or the S3 steels out of it, the Apex,
mhm.
and probably run a Jebs. But I just want to see. You know what I mean? I want to see how it does. But turkey hunting, I figured out quickly. Sub gauges for turkeys are the new up and coming thing.
I mean, when you run a gun, 2 pounds is a lot.
Yeah, but these 12 gauges are way heavier than that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, a lot of the 12 gauges are. I mean, uh, some of the semi-autos, you start getting up to uh, 6, 7, 6, 7. Sorry, I have to do that every now and then when the kids do it. 6, 7, 6, 7. So most semi-automatics are very close to the 7 pound range. And if you go back to some of these people that are true turkey hunters that love turkey hunting, they go with the Browning BPS, which is a boat anchor. I mean, especially in the 10 gauge. I mean, the BPS is oh my gosh, that thing's almost like a high point. Like when you run out of ammo, you start using it as a hammer. I mean, you run out of ammo with a BPS, you can bust wood over here for a camp, build a tent over here. I mean, them guns are heavy,
Oh,
but yeah, them sub gauges ain't no joke.
I'll definitely take my semi-automatic retay over 12 gauge retays over that in that Rita for sure. I mean, I
But
used to hunt with 70 for years, and golly, turkey hunting with that Joker, nah, sir. That now I could never go back. I mean, that thing was so darn heavy. I mean, it killed a plethora of turkeys, but golly, man. I mean, my shoulder would hurt after season. I'd walk like this everywhere because my shoulder was hurting.
when
But
I started this channel, we'd probably have to go back at least 2 years. And I don't know if Jay's still on here. I know that he commented earlier, but if Jay's still on here, Jay reached out to me early on in the channel. He's like, "Hey, buddy, I got some old 3.5 inch turkey loads. I know you're doing all these pattern tests. I'll send you all my 3.5." Hey, I no wonder why he sent them to me. Them songs kick like a donkey.
yeah, and I got my own discussions about 3.5s too, because I mean, you talking about the sub gauges, and man, you don't need anything over a 3-inch bullet shoot turkey.
Mm, no.
Not anymore.
And
Not anymore.
everything I usually shoot waterfowl season, early season, is 2 3/4. I don't shoot 3 inch till after like January, once their feathers are thicker and a little bit got more fat on them. But you know, I'm looking at my loaders like you can see what I'm looking at, but I already ordered the copper to load 2 3/4. Like I already got two boxes of copper already loaded. And man, this whole copper memo, is it rules, is it law? And you got to do the copper shell just to, I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to shoot that copper this year. Like, I mean, I know that there's one particular brand that's having a lot of the words, and I'm not going to say their name, but it comes down to one key thing. It says in there, it has to be a clear case, which I got the clear case. But the rule to where it gets me is it has to be labeled. It has to have this is non-toxic, and it has to have that brand. Like what am I gonna do? Write that on a Sharpie every single? No, I can't. I sure ain't buying a labeler just to put that on there. So that makes me
No,
not like the law says it has to be in a clear case. You got to have this alien powder in there that turns green with an ultraviolet, and it's got to be labeled. Well, I can't label it. Does that mean I'm not in compliant? Like what the heck? So I hope they get all that straightened out before the season starts
yeah,
because
dude. I don't know. They're trying to implement so many rules. I mean, that's just like I seen where you was talking about it the other day. It's just like Oregon. What? I mean,
yeah, can't
dude,
hunt and fish.
there is not a. I don't see there's a single chance that that passes. And if it does, it's because it's crooked. That's the only thing I can say because, dude, if
Mm-hmm.
you look at the shoot, over there's almost close to almost close to a million licenses in Oregon
Yeah, I
a
know.
year.
I can't remember what it was, but it was in the billion. I can't remember if it was 1 billion or 3 billion. It was somewhere in the billions of the money that they're going to lose on hunting and fishing.
Yeah, and I mean all this over 125,000 signatures. Yes, that sounds like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, when you got over a million hunters against you and
Mm-hmm.
fishers, that's not that much. That's not even a quarter. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know, but people are just losing it. That's all I'm saying.
you got to have it to
they,
lose it.
yeah, I mean, they're going insane, dude. I mean,
I can at least say now that primary season is over for South Carolina, I won't get any phone calls no more up till November. Yeah, y'all laugh though. Yeah, we've been getting all these flyers. People say I say flyers, flyers in the mail. What I've been doing is taking my flyers out of my mailbox and putting them in my mama's mailbox. Or when I take the mail to her, I hand her mine. It took her about a week, and then she asked me, she was like, "Why am I getting all your flyers in the mail?" I started laughing. I said, "I've been putting out my
what are they for?
politicians vote for me, vote for this," and I mean, dude, I kid you not, 3 or 4 a day, and I just kept putting them in her mail.
I'm seeing it, dude. Golly, I
It,
get tired of seeing
it was hilarious. I wondered how long it was going to take her to realize. I'm sure the first couple of days she was like, "Well, dang, the mailmans keep putting this in my mailbox." It was me.
They must really want my vote. Golly, man. Yeah, we used
Oh
to prank
man.
with that same kind of stuff because she didn't like Donald Trump, and oh my gosh, my sister got the bright idea. Now that you're on that topic, she got the bright idea one night. You know, they got them online prank calls where you can
Hmm.
like representative for Donald Trump or whatever,
Yeah.
come vote for me. Dude, I died laughing because we were on the other side of the phone, and my sister dials it up, kind of like how your thing does, and it counts down, and this guy comes on, and it's like rings, it rings, and when she picks up, it waits. She goes, "Hello." He goes, "Hello, who's this?" I'm calling today to see if I can get your vote for Donald J. Trump. She goes, "I ain't voting for that SOB." Sister goes, "I'm calling her back." She calls her back, and it says it again. She goes, "What did I tell you the first time?" I am. I was like, "This is crazy, man." Politics and old folks are just funny, anyways. But
Yeah,
well,
it was pretty funny, but
what's been going on in your neck of the woods? I've had a lot of crazy things happen for me, even without the turkey season since last time we spoke. But
I've been building up my Facebook. I know we talked about that offline a couple of days this week. My Facebook is definitely growing because I spent three and a half weeks in YouTube jail where I couldn't post, comment, couldn't go live. It was it was very boring, and I had to return to normal civilization where I didn't know what to do. So I've been pushing Facebook. So if anybody hadn't friended me on Facebook, hit me up on that. But yeah, getting ready for fishing, man. We've been fishing. That's what we've been doing.
Why not play no ball?
Oh yeah, we play. So, well, right now everything's over with. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, he already
Thank,
finished soccer. Yeah,
thank the Lord.
yeah. Uh, fall soccer will sign ups, and then they'll probably start practicing. Usually they start practicing when school goes back in, so
Well, that
it's
ain't
coming up dove season time, but we don't
yeah.
get no
That
rain. We don't get no more rain. We ain't gonna have no dove fields. I mean,
no,
I
it's
don't.
rough. Hey, when
It,
it comes all at once. You
I
watch, it's
know,
gonna happen.
and I've been talking about on the channel. Getting ready for hurricane season. We in June is hurt. You don't have to worry about hurricane season, but we have to worry about hurricane season, and there's a bunch of tropical storms and tropical depressions off the coast of Florida that could come in and give us some rain. Um, y'all might get some rain out of it, but at least y'all don't have to worry about the major winds.
And the
Y'all just get
tornadoes and
tornadoes. I mean, I'm saying y'all don't get hurricanes, but y'all get tornadoes where we don't get tornadoes. So I don't.
stuff. I hate them.
I take a
Yeah,
hurricane. I will 100% take a hurricane over y'all's tornadoes because at least with a hurricane, I know 8 days out where it is, where it's coming, and literally can watch it on a map. Where a tornado is just like, oh, hello, goodbye, hello,
yeah.
goodbye.
In my backyard and end up in my neighbor's all at
Yeah,
once. It's
yeah, nah. At least with a hurricane, we know where it's coming and going. But
yeah, yeah. No, you're
well, I
right,
know
100%.
I know we've been on for an hour and a half. I guess we're gonna start wrapping it up for tonight. Um,
Yeah, yeah, man.
we did talk about we are going to be at Ducks Expo. You're going to be at Ducks Expo, which is
Huh.
July 31st, August 1st, 2nd, I think. So
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you are wanting to go to a expo, that is a great one to go to. It is massive. There's a lot of vendors. It by far has been my favorite expo.
Oh, is there's a lot. Yeah, I'll be. It works out because I work, so I got to get my hours for all kinds of. We get our hours
Mhm.
for our stuff we're doing retail, and then my retail stuff also counts for Burrito because they're sister companies, so that works. And then since the last time I talked to you, the Lord answered a prayer of mine since I was about that big.
Well,
As
I
you can
mean,
tell,
you
the
ain't
shirt.
much bigger than that now.
As you can tell by the shirt I'm wearing, a dream of a child inside of me came true, and I'm part of Mossy Oak Pro staff now. So, um, got that and got the breeding contract still all since the last time I talked to you. So, but the cool thing is that Rite and Brita are partners with Mossy Oak. So whether I work the Rite booth or the Mossy Oak booth, I can still get my hours for both.
That's
So
good.
whatever I so counts for Mossy Oak. So
That's pretty cool.
and any competition counts for Mossy Oak too. So and I'll be doing a turkey calling contest hopefully 2 weeks, 3 weeks after the expo. So
I
anything
can't
any of that.
rem- I can't remember the date off the top of my head, but I will also be at the Simpsonville Little Hardware. What is that called? It's something Simpson's Hardware Expo in South Carolina. It's a big show in South Carolina. I'll be at the retail booth on that show too. But yeah, show seasons. It's almost here.
It is, yeah. And I'm debating. I'm not 100% sure for the guys that'll be there. I will. There's a good chance at least one day I will be at Dive Bomb for retake.
Mm.
We'll
Yeah,
be sure.
I'd like to go to dive bomb.
I've always wanted to go, man, and I've got a meat call that we put out with bragging rights that I
Hmm.
want to put in. So I might go do a double whammy, go up there and try my hand at back at the meat comps like I used to do, and try the new J frame out and
They
go up
say
to
it's
retake.
hot though. They say it is
I'll
hot.
bet. I bet it
Mm.
is. But it ain't too far from me. It's probably about 5.5 hours, 6 hours. So I'm thinking I might just drive up, night before stay, and then when I get done, just drive home.
Yeah.
So, but it ain't. I mean, it ain't going to be that big of a deal. So, I just want to go up there and get my 2 cents and hang out and meet folks and talk to folks and spread the word and whatever. But yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it ain't like 14 hours from me to you.
No, no. How far is it? How far is it from where you live to the Ducks Expo?
12 hours.
That's like driving to where we hunted and back.
Yeah. It's 12 hours going, 13 hours coming back because of
Yeah.
the time zone. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
Right there. Depending on which way you go, just outside of Knoxville, time zone. I hate using the GPS because it'll say you'll be home at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. And then as soon as you get over that time zone, oh, instant another hour. Like Google, you knew where I was going. Like you knew
Yeah,
that I was going to South Carolina. Why could you not go ahead and calculate in that hour? Like the
it just
time
it,
zone,
it's
oh
for
yeah.
getting your hopes, keep you motivated.
It's kind of like when you set out, be like, I'm gonna beat that GPS time, and you set out,
Uh,
and you can't beat a time zone.
no, no, but in your mind you're going, yes, that's just 9 more hours, and then you get
Yep.
halfway and it taxes, and you're like, damn it! But at least I'm
Yep.
halfway.
It was even worse when I drove to Texas. I went out there and hunted with Jeff Stanfield and them. You go through two time zones.
Oh yeah, you
Uh,
must have went to West Texas.
yeah, it's West Texas. It's it's a you get to Texas and then it feels like Texas takes forever to drive through. But it is I think I could
Well,
move there if it wasn't for the snakes.
Texas is like a whole country, to be
It is.
honest.
It's massive. Like it's massive. Like our state and your state. Typically the state capital somewhere in the middle. Like a governor. Hey, if I want to go to an event up here, I could drive, or they could drive across the country. Like a state trooper or somebody working for the state can drive pretty much across the. You ain't doing that in Florida, and you're not doing it in Texas.
No, no,
Like the state capital in Florida is up there near what Tallahassee. Like if you wanted to
yeah,
go to Key West, you're gonna have to like helicopter, and there's no way you're gonna go back to the other side of Florida. Like some
no.
states are crazy like that.
I don't know. Hey, I think you can make the up and down and side to side. I don't think the furthest place in Arkansas is 5 hours,
Yeah,
maybe, maybe so.
yeah,
But yeah, yeah, man, everything's been good my way. I know I'm ready to see everybody and chat and talk guns and meet people and talk about hunting. Man, it's dog days of summer are ahead. We just got to push through
man,
them.
man. We already in the armpit of the South.
I know, I know.
Y'all just start putting
Yeah,
deodorant on.
you ain't kidding. Yeah, you
That's the season we in. Put the deodorant on.
Oh, 100%. Man, you can't step out this. I tried to video with my cameras the other day, and they've been in my house, and I stepped outside. I couldn't get my cameras to defog. Dude, they were
Yep.
fogged up for 10 minutes. I was like, heck with this. I'll just video it with my phone. Heck with it. I ain't doing it.
I understand that struggle.
But, man, before we get off here, as you know, because you got to run through them too, but But guys, seriously, me and him both was retay. If you do not shoot a retay, if you live near me and you don't shoot a retay, but you would like to check one out, come holler at me. I got any kind that they have that you can hold except for the ace, and I plan to have one of those before season. Come shoot them, do whatever. I promise you, before I'm done with you, you'll be going to buy one. And Brita, same way. If you got that kind of money, go get you one. But they're probably one of the better guns. Both of them are better to guns. Duck hunting, turkey hunting, fowl, any bird that I've ever shot. Um, Mossy Oak, I'm very very proud to be a part of that. Thank them. I don't use nothing but Mossy Oak. I'll never have, never will. And if you don't wear Mossy Oak, that's your thing. But I think they're the best. They got best tradition, best family oriented traditions, God based. They're where it's at. Um, Also, retake or is coming out with optics this summer. Going to be a cool little add on to our packages with retake. I don't know what all's coming, but I think by the way Hunter's talking, there's a bunch of optics coming for guns and maybe some binoculars, maybe some spotting scopes. I don't know, but there's going to be some stuff coming with retake on the Aegis optics. Um, Go check out Arkansas County if you want to book a hunt with me. It's booking time right now. We're booking hunts. I got some hunts I'm working on booking right now for some folks. Ray's supposed to come down and hunt with me this fall and winter as well. Hopefully, some of the other guys that I do stuff with will come hunt with me too. So y'all check those out. Trigger safe trigger guards. They will fit any Rete or Brita. You just got to tell them the particular ones that you have, and they'll send you it. It's a very very cool thing when you got kids because you can just stick it in your gun. It's a little plastic piece, and boy, is it hard to get off. You got to pry it off. It's got a little handle you got to pry off. Um, Bragging rights cut down calls. I use all duck calls and stuff I use are all bragging rights. I've had my hand in a couple of them and really good company, really good duck calls, and they ain't gonna break you bank. Light boots. My boy wears light boots. I wear light boots. I've put a lot of miles on my light boots. They are the ticket when it comes to walking a lot of miles. Drake waterfowl, Old Tom, Dirty Duck Coffee. There's a lot of them. Onyx is a big deal. I'm not on with them, but I'm gonna shout them out because boy, they have saved a many hunts for me. So, but there's many more out there. Apex Ammunition, they've saved a lot of turkey hunts. I love Apex. I shoot the waterfowl loads for with Apex hot loads. But man, there's a lot of stuff I use day in and day out that helps me get where I'm going, and I'm very thankful for all of them, and hope to see what future kind of has for me. I know you do too. You hope to see what
Oh
future has for
yeah,
you.
it is
So
definitely growing. I'm having a blast doing it. Learning a lot. So, like I said, Facebook's definitely taking off, and yeah, I'm having a blast doing it.
I'm gonna do. It's hard. It's hard when you live like man. I've always been able to get in front of folks and stuff, but it's hard whenever you do all the stuff I do every day, fishing, hunting, doing all this, but carrying a camera with you everywhere is like carrying an extra kid. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's that hard, but I mean, folks want to get personal with you and see what you do every day. And, you know what I'm saying? And they don't, they don't get that if you don't carry a camera with you. So
Yep.
I'm been better at that and kind of updating whether it be on my phone or whatever. I want to do some more videos and kind of try and stay more relevant because the way you're working with Facebook, I've got a pretty decent following on Facebook. So I'm working on my Instagram because my Instagram following is not what it should be. So, um, but today I think
I done gave up on TikTok.
yeah, man. I mean, TikTok's so wishy washy because you can post something and like I mean, me and my boy with him listening to them turkeys, I got over I think it's like over 450,000 views. I mean, but then you post one that looks the exact same with the exact same stuff in it, and it don't even upload or it gets declined.
Yep.
I mean, they're so wishy washy. I'm about you. I've about gave up on it. Besides, if it's a duck calling video, I've about gave up on it because
Yep.
they've got so many. It's it's bizarre. I mean, really, it's terrible. I mean, everything. Where was that at? Like, where did you see that? I mean, it's I never put that in my video. Or I mean, you never
I
know, man. It could be
AI.
Yeah, that probably that's true. I never thought about that.
It's
Never.
all AI and whatever the robot picks up on. But all right, well, we're gonna call it a night. Hopefully everybody has a good rest of the week. A lot of people traveling, a lot of graduations going on, so definitely everybody be safe. Um, yeah, just stay hydrated. Um, well, I lost him. Did his battery die? He just dropped off. Either his battery just died or somebody called him. If he comes back, somebody called him because it says guest muted himself. I guarantee you somebody's called him. But with that being said, I will be seeing Mason here in a couple. Well, it's probably about a month and a half. Um, we will be together at a show, so that's going to be fun and interesting. Um, that battery must have died. But with that being said, I appreciate everybody tunes in. Like I said, if you haven't, follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. Definitely trying to grow that, and I greatly appreciate everybody that watches on podcast, because now podcast has video and streaming audio on podcast. So I greatly appreciate every single one of you. Like always, continue to pray for the worms, pray over them that somebody will receive them, and remember our military. I know that there's going to be a lot of retaliation. Hey, look who's back.
I don't know. My wife called me and something happened.
That's what I said. It either the phone died or somebody called. But
No.
that's why I was closing out, and I was saying that right now that with our helicopter that got shot down in over there the strait, whatever. I know there's some retaliation going on with that, and I think they're on the second day of fighting back. Be in prayers for our military. There's a we I'm gonna say me and him, but the rest of us, we all couldn't do what we wanted to do if it wasn't for our military, our freedoms, what they give, the opportunity for our kids to grow up in a free country. And I do greatly appreciate men and women who fight for my freedom, and I want their safety to be safe while they're over there and not have to worry about their family while they're gone.
Yeah, I agree. Well, man, hey, I really appreciate you having me again,
Oh yeah.
and thankful we can do this. Like you said, thankful to them guys for letting us do this, and the dear Lord for letting us wake up again today to do this again. So, um,
Absolutely.
appreciate it. And like I said, man, I'll see you. I'll see you in what is it? Less than a month and a half.
I would think so. Very close.
Yeah, I'm ready, man. It's gonna be a good time. I
Um,
want to hang out a lot longer this time, so it's gonna be good. I'm gonna get to know some more folks and work my booths.
all right. Well, I'm gonna close this in prayer tonight, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. So let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, thank you so much for what you bless us with. Thank you for giving us the chance to be outdoors, giving us the chance and opportunity to see these animals that we harvest, but also see the sunrises that we take for granted. Be with our family. Um, be with our military right now. They are so much protecting us. They're fighting over there to keep us free. They're keeping it on somebody else's soil. But remember that they have a family. Protect their family. Put an extra caution around them so that they don't have to worry about it, and bring them home safely. Be with the people that's going to be out in the storms the next couple of days, the tornadoes. Be with the first responders, the utility, the power, police, EMS, fire, all those people. As they run out to help others and they leave their family behind, bring them back safely. Keep them safe. Let the radars pick up and warn people in advance. Um, just keep them all safe. Thank you for everything you do for us. Thank you for sending your son to die on the cross for my sin, for everybody seeing that they would have that personal connection with you. And thank you for everything you do. Amen.
Amen.
All right, well, I'm going to hit the word from my side of the sponsors thing here and call it a night. And I'll see y'all next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. We got a special guest coming on next week, too. So basically, for 2 weeks, y'all didn't have to hear or look at me that much, you know? I put him back bigger just so that y'all have a better look. I'll see y'all next week. Matthew Knight with Satura Investors out of Charlotte. There's the information. The link to his website is scrolling across the banner down at the bottom, and it's also in the description. Today's episode is about helping business owners and working professionals like you who share a passion for the outdoors shooting sports, zeroing them in to their long-term financial goals. So if you need any information or contact or any other questions, contact Matthew. Flint Ridge Hauling Service, LLC, has partnered up with the channel. It is your go-to provider for all your hauling needs. They are not just any hauling service. They are an active DOT interstate hotshot hauling provider. Flint Ridge Service LLC prides itself in its reliable transportation services. This team ensures that your cargo is delivered safely and on time no matter the distance. Whether you need to transport goods across the county or state line, they have the capacity and the expertise to meet your hauling needs. Equipped with a smooth riding 40-foot air ride equipped trailer and a max hauling capacity of 20,000 pounds, there's no load too big or too small that they can't handle. Look no further than Flint Ridge Hauling Service LLC.